Warning, this video contains rumors, speculation, strong opinions, and
Okay, welcome back to Midnight Madness, and this video is brought to you by, and keep the comments coming, ask for specific videos, because honestly, I have a lot going on in my personal life, but I'm missing a lot of movie news, but I am going to talk about what's on my mind, because what happened last night, where I'm going to talk about the live stream on Cecil's channel. Go check it out. I'll provide a link in the description. Go check out a fellow Mask Man. Mask Life for Life. That's honestly how the stream got started. I was uploading another Jeremy video, and while I'm waiting for YouTube to process, I check out what's in my feed, and I saw Cecil's mask there, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to check this out. And then I heard Jeremy talking about people that are hating on creators' channels, like that hate on Comicsgate, that hate on himself. And I was mentioned. And I said, I'm right here. And I was commenting in the chat. And honestly, I was tired as hell. This is not an excuse. I'm just explaining to how I got on the stream. I was not expecting to stream last night, honestly. And I was not expecting to talk to Jeremy. But that's how it happened. I was there because I was uploading my video. And not Jeremy, but some other people in the chat were saying, oh, he left. Maybe he's afraid. No, I'm not afraid. I'm not good at streaming. I'll be honest with you there. It's hard. It gets me tired as hell. And I'm not... listen, I got personal stuff. I have expressed my mental issues in the past. I have difficulties with my memory. I get spacey sometimes. And I have a hard time jumping over all different topics. You could see that on the stream. It's just me being honest. I'm still going to try. Even with my personal issues, I'm still going to try. Because, you know what? Keeping the conversation always makes it better. And speaking with the men on that stream really got me thinking about how I'm approaching things. And if I feel like, never apologize. They're always moving the goalpost, and I'm going to get to this topic more about rights versus respect. But I'll talk about that later. So let's get back to Disney Star Wars, guys, question that I'm just going to answer in this episode. Rate myself on how I did on the stream. I think I was a C. I wasn't really... I wasn't going along with the flow, with the jokes and stuff. Honestly, I respect people's rights to say certain jokes. Me, personally, my personal view, I don't like to get into gay jokes and all that much. I'm not going to say you're a homophobic if you do it. I'm not going to condemn you. It's just not my personal taste. I like some of it. I like Dave Chappelle. Honestly, some things made me uncomfortable in the Dave Chappelle Netflix special. But I respect the art of a comedian in that form. I don't like it everywhere I go. I think I do owe an apology in some part to Comicsgate as a whole. Because I make hot take videos. I do rumors, speculation, strong opinions. So I do think I give the warning, and I give my speculate and give strong opinions on my thoughts on Comicsgate. Those were my honest thoughts. Could I have been wrong in certain parts? After speaking with them, I believe I do owe an apology to Comicsgate as a whole for creators that I have not been following by saying comics late. That's unfair for the people that have fulfilled everything on time, and I shouldn't have said that. So John Malin made a great point, and I know who he is, but I haven't really been following his content or his Indiegogos. I have subscribed to him now. I like the way he talks. I like the way he's willing to hear all kinds of stuff. And that's what I loved about the stream last night, is EVS and John Malin. How they're, I know some people on the right wingers do not like Bill Maher. But what I have, and I've talked about Angus with this privately, that I think the way to take it to the next level, and I'll get back to rights versus respect, but to get Comicsgate and the Fandom Menace, which again, I'm not in, I follow, I'm interested in them, I have friends in them, I disagree with a lot, and I know they disagree with me. To make it a better, more positive experience, I think conversations have to go farther than the typical right to, even if someone's in the wrong, just to bark back at them and get nowhere. Because what happened last night, I examined myself. I think EVS said something to inquire about putting the fans first instead of last of the equation. And I'm because of the generosity displayed to me of being on that stream, he's the one that sent me the link. I'm not going to bash Comicsgate or him again. You know my thoughts, and I don't retract my thoughts about live streaming constantly. But he talked to me privately after I gave him some really harsh criticism. And that's a man. And I think my honest opinion is that SJW's NPC culture and social media culture is a disease on the left and the right. And I don't think you get anywhere when you... And I'm going to go back and bring up my man Snowdub with those big snowballs. He got a lot of heat for expressing his opinion about how small creators should be more represented. Take that for what you will. You don't have to agree with him. But where I think he was really done wrong is the mob went after him of Jeremy supporters. I'm not saying Jeremy said to do that. But you have to realize this. And I really 1,000% believe that Jeremy is a right-wing SJW and NPC. And obsessed with social media and does all the crap that's associated with it just on the other end of the spectrum, including if he doesn't like what you have to say, stop talking to you, blocking you, muting you. How can you do that to someone that supported you with hundreds of dollars worth of super chats, even if you disagree with them, and then complain when they're on a live stream talking about you and calling them a twat waffle? That's the respect. It's your right to do that. Okay? But if you put... This is my biggest problem with both of these fandom movements. The right to do something is a beautiful thing. When that's all you're about, and you only say, it's my right to talk this way, to disrespect people because they've disrespected me, who did it first, it doesn't matter. When that's all you do constantly, what are you about? Are you for comics? Are you the Fandom Menace for Star Wars and better content? Or are you for anti-SJW and for your right to be an ass? If you express your right to be an ass every single time, that's all you are, and you've become the thing you hate. And I think across the board, the left to the right, that's why fandom is hell. Is everyone's expressing their right in internet culture in blocking, muting, fronting like you're a big dog, and then disappearing, tucking and rolling. That's another snow dub. That's another snow dub thing. Gender check and tucking and rolling. You could be a big dog and bark, but then you're silent. When I say things, I mean them. This the way I treat Jeremy on Twitter. I only do it because he treated many people that way first. I don't treat other people that way. I owe an apology to Comicsgate, but not to Jeremy. Getting back to my rating, I think I did about a C, and I rate Jeremy as a D, and I'll explain why. It's very hard to get a point across with other people chiming in that don't know the whole story. There's some points that I missed, and that's my fault. I wanted to talk about the Shilling for hate, and I started to bring up Shilling only for yourselves above quality entertainment, fandom, and Star Wars. I really wanted to talk about Shilling for hate's sake, hating everything, and the woke police. I didn't get that far into it. It honestly would have opened up another can of worms, which we did not have time for. And then getting back to another point I really wanted to make, and I needed to make a correction. I talked about B-Level, Blind Wave, Dark Synovius, but I forgot Iron Inquisitor is the young Star Wars fan that was first attacked or made a video. And this is where I missed the point, where I missed a good talking point. And that's on me. They gave me the opportunity, I just missed it. When John was saying, doesn't Jeremy have the right to counter-argue someone making a video about him? Absolutely. But here's the point I completely whiffed on, and that's on me, is that the Iron Inquisitor made a video about his deleted review, and then Jeremy made a video making fun of him, saying that if he wanted to, he didn't have to use the fake content. It's out there, when he 100% knew it's not, because in the video, the stream last night, he said, I deleted it. So that's an absolute lie, and it's gaslighting, and making fun of him then for taking the video down. How hypocritical is that? His video was mocking the small YouTuber, saying, oh, look, he tucked and rolled and deleted his video. Isn't that hypocritical, considering how many times he's tucked and rolled and deleted Star Wars Explained in his actual review? And then brushing off criticism that deleting your most relevant review is not a talking point. And he keeps saying, I found out the deleted review because he told me. I honestly didn't. I knew from the video where he says 8 out of 10, and then I went back to check. I don't watch everything Jeremy does, for good reason. So I didn't see the live stream where he admitted that. So that's where I found out about it, and it's very suspicious. And if removing that review fits your narrative to jump on a movement, like I said in the stream, he's a perfect YouTuber, but I don't think he puts fandom first, in a detriment. I think a lot of reason the growth of quality Fandom Menace content is sitting still is because of the one that barks the loudest and the weakest link. The weakest link is the biggest because you give too much credit for just having subscribers on YouTube, because pumping out shit floats. Good solid content. I'll get back more to that in another video about why shit floats and becomes more popular in the algorithm. And PewDiePie as a benchmark, that's some bullshit. I have more to say about him in another video. But that just proves it. That's what he's about. I don't think asking for fandom to come first is too much to ask for. And I think when you say, I don't owe anyone to anyone, where did I hear that's often criticized? Kathy Kennedy. You criticize Kathy Kennedy. I don't owe the people that have made Star Wars. You always owe fandom. and customer always come first. And that's why I'm all about, and that's why I get involved in conversations that I don't 100%, I don't know everything about. But I'm looking more into Comicsgate. I plan on actually going on to some Indiegogos and supporting a campaign. I think my first Indiegogo support is going to go to Starblade because that looks cool as hell. And I miss John Malin's campaign. He has a stream called After Midnight, and I have a series called Midnight Madness. So that's interesting. I'm going to check him out, and I'm going to look forward to Ethan's. I think I heard on a stream that he was working towards getting the old 90s version of Cyberfrog with Blonde Honey packaged all together with as much Cyberfrog in a hardcover, and that's the one I want. I'm not going to buy multiple versions, I'm sorry, but I think that's the one I want if it happens. So that's the one, because I missed the other ones. There's some Vampirella Indiegogos still up, but I'm going to look forward to that. I want to cover Comicsgate more. I'm fresh to it except for following it here on YouTube. But that's getting back to the score. The other reason I give Jeremy a D on the streaming is he uses gaslighting debate tactics, talking fast and trying to get the opponent to focus on stuff they could not know. Like he was saying, how do you know how many videos I deleted? How the hell am I going to know that? I'm not knowing that. And then he's trying to say, and then I made a mistake saying the website instead of the YouTube channel, which was just a mistake while speaking freely streaming, and he jumped all over that, and I tried to correct it, and that's when I called him an asshole, because he just kept jumping on that. It's talking, he's probably watched, knowing Jeremy, he's probably watched debate videos on how to confuse your opponent. I know some of you going to comment about that, the madman got confused. No, but he's focusing on stupid shit to try to say, what specifically, where was that said? To try to deflect, confuse the opponent, and not answer the tough questions. And I think there was a lot of that. And then there's too much backstory to his gaslighting of the fandom in general that I couldn't get into because it's too hard to explain. Like, I was trying to reply to John Malin's comment about why he should respond to Iron Inquisitor, but I didn't get to the fact that Iron Inquisitor was right and that Jeremy did delete a video, and for him making fun of him, saying you should have used the real content and it's not there, and he 100% knew it wasn't there, is some bullshit. So that would have been a great point. But I know this was all over the place. I actually, I'm tired as hell, and I'm tired now, but I wanted to talk about it, and I wanted to point you towards Cecil's stream, and I want to thank Cecil for letting me on the stream. EVS for actually providing the link for some real conversations and to hash it out. I love hearing both sides. And honestly, I think that's something Jeremy completely misses is diversity of thought on his channel. I haven't checked out his website because I don't like the man. But maybe I should check out the website because there's some good people that work for Geeks and Gamers that write good articles, so maybe I'll check out his website. But that's the honestly reason I haven't checked out the website, because I know him through the YouTube, and that's enough to know him by. I still want to thank him for speaking with me on a stream. I didn't think that would happen, so I have to thank him. There you go, Jeremy. And I'm not thinking about you constantly. It's just you're a topic of conversation, because like it or not, even if I have to like it or not, I have to admit that you're one of the biggest players in Star Wars right now in the anti-Star Wars movement. I said anti-SJW because that's what I think it's become, and that's what I hate about it. Because I think if you put that first, it's not about Star Wars anymore. It's just about your personal views. and always going for your right to say something instead of respecting people as humans and different opinions, even if you think they're 100% wrong, is where you've completely fumbled the ball, and why it's a detriment to the both movements knowing you're in it. You being associated with the Fandom Menace is an absolute detriment to new people coming in and are turned off by you. Just the way you act. And brushing off real criticism, like your deleted review, I think your excuses are lame as hell. And it is very relevant. It is, because you're talking about your credibility. And also the exposed video where you complain about people and Star Wars fans that just complain about the prequels to no end. It is kind of revealing how much you've changed. I know you're saying it proves the point for yourself that you really hate The Last Jedi, but then putting that along with the deleted review and how you just did it to jump on the trend really puts your credibility. Let's be honest. I mean, even if you hate my content here, you gotta search your feelings. So that was my thoughts. Again, thank you to EVS, John Malin, Cecil, and Jeremy. I'll see you in the next video. Keep those comments coming. Tell me what to talk about in tomorrow's episode of Midnight Madness.